Hello, beautiful souls. In Buddhist wisdom, the concept of karma underscores the principle of cause and effect. Our actions, thoughts, and intentions shape our present and future experiences. While the effects of past karma may manifest in our lives, Buddhist teachings offer guidance on how to heal and transform from these past influences. 1. Understanding karma. Karma is like a law of nature that says every action has a consequence. It's not about punishment or rewards, but more about how our actions, thoughts, and intentions shape our lives. Think of it like planting seeds. Every time we do something, say something, or think something, we're planting a seed. These seeds can grow into good or bad things in our lives, depending on what we plant. For example, if we're kind to others, we're planting seeds of kindness that can lead to good things happening to us. But if we're mean or hurtful, we're planting seeds that can lead to problems for us later on. Understanding karma means realizing that our actions have consequences and that we have the power to shape our own lives by being mindful of what we plant. It's about taking responsibility for our choices and trying to make positive ones whenever we can. 2. Acceptance and responsibility. Healing starts when we're willing to accept responsibility for what we've done in the past and the results that come from it. Instead of blaming other people or things, we take ownership of how our actions, words, and thoughts have affected our lives. It's like saying, I messed up, and I understand that what happened is partly because of me. Instead of pointing fingers at others or making excuses, we acknowledge our part in what happened. For instance, if we hurt someone's feelings with our words, we don't blame them for being too sensitive. Instead, we recognize that our words were hurtful and take responsibility for how they affected the other person. Accepting responsibility means understanding that we have the power to change things for the better. It's about being honest with ourselves and others, even when it's hard. By doing so, we open the door to healing and growth. 3. Mindfulness practice is like a guiding light on our journey to heal from the effects of past karma. It's not just a fancy term. It's a powerful tool that helps us understand ourselves better and navigate life's challenges with grace and wisdom. Imagine mindfulness as a gentle hand that gently lifts the veil of our inner world, revealing the thoughts, emotions, and actions swirling within us. With this awareness, we become like scientists observing our own minds, noticing patterns and connections that we might have missed before. As we cultivate this awareness, we start to see how our past actions and choices have shaped our present reality. We recognize the seeds of karma we've planted, both positive and negative, and how they've blossomed into the experiences we're facing now. But here's where the magic happens. Armed with this awareness, we gain the power to consciously choose how we want to respond to life's ups and downs. Instead of reacting impulsively or getting swept away by our emotions, we can pause, take a breath, and consider our options. This is where intention comes into play. With mindfulness as our guide, we can align our intentions with values that reflect our highest aspirations: kindness, compassion, and wisdom. Instead of acting out of habit or conditioning, we can choose to respond with love and understanding, even in the face of adversity. For example, let's say someone says something hurtful to us. Without mindfulness, we might react defensively or lash out in anger. But with mindfulness, we can pause and recognize the pain behind the other person's words. We can choose to respond with empathy and compassion, rather than adding fuel to the fire. By practicing mindfulness and setting positive intentions, we're not only healing from the past, but also shaping our future in a more intentional and purposeful way. It's like reclaiming the reins of our life and steering it in a direction that aligns with our deepest values and aspirations. 4. Practicing virtue. Practicing virtue means doing things that are good and kind, like spreading happiness and making the world a better place. It's like using a magic wand to turn negative energy into positive vibes. Let's dive deeper into this. 1. Acts of generosity. When we're generous, we share what we have with others. It could be giving someone a helping hand, sharing our lunch with a friend, or donating to a charity. These acts of generosity create a warm glow of positivity that not only makes us feel good, but also brightens someone else's day. 2. Kindness in action. Kindness is like sunshine on a cloudy day. It's about being nice to others, even when it's not expected. Simple things like holding the door open for someone, offering a smile, or saying thank you can make a big difference. When we spread kindness, we create a ripple effect of positivity that uplifts everyone around us. 3. Ethical conduct. Acting ethically means doing the right thing, even when no one is watching. It's about being honest, fair, and respectful in our words and actions. When we uphold ethical standards, we build trust and integrity in our relationships, fostering harmony and goodwill. By practicing virtue, by being generous, kind, and ethical, we're not only balancing out any negative karma from the past, but we're also creating a brighter future for ourselves and others. It's like planting seeds of goodness that grow into a beautiful garden of happiness and well-being. 5. Forgiveness and compassion. Forgiveness and compassion are like the keys to unlocking the door to inner peace and healing. When we forgive ourselves and others, we open the door to freedom from the chains of past karma. Holding onto grudges and resentment only tightens those chains, keeping us stuck in a cycle of negativity. Practicing forgiveness is like breaking free from a prison of our own making. It's not always easy, but it's necessary for our own well-being. When we forgive, we let go of the weight that's been dragging us down, allowing us to step into the light of freedom and peace. Compassion is the gentle hand that guides us along the path of healing. It's about extending kindness and understanding to ourselves and others, even in the face of pain and hurt. Through compassion, we create a space for healing to take place, where wounds can be tenderly cared for and hearts can be gently healed. As we cultivate compassion within ourselves, we learn to let go of judgment and embrace acceptance. We recognize that we're all human, with flaws and imperfections, and that's okay. In this space of acceptance, inner peace and harmony flourish, like flowers blooming in a garden of compassion. 6. Meditative practices. Meditation serves as a transformative tool for healing past karma. Through meditation, we can observe the patterns of our mind, cultivate inner resilience, and develop insight into the impermanent and interconnected nature of all phenomena. 7. Letting go of attachments. Attachment to outcomes, identities, and desires perpetuates the cycle of karma. By letting go of attachment and embracing impermanence, we loosen the grip of past conditioning and open ourselves to the unfolding of life with greater equanimity. Attachment to outcomes, identities, and desires keeps us stuck in a loop of cause and effect, where past actions continue to shape our present circumstances. When we cling tightly to how we want things to be or who we think we are, we create unnecessary suffering for ourselves. However, when we release our attachments and accept that everything in life is impermanent, we free ourselves from this cycle. Embracing impermanence means understanding that nothing lasts forever and that change is inevitable. As we loosen our grip on attachment, we also loosen the hold of past conditioning on our minds. Past experiences and beliefs no longer dictate our present actions. Instead, we become more open and adaptable to whatever life brings our way. Opening ourselves to the unfolding of life with greater equanimity means facing each moment with balance and acceptance. We no longer resist the ups and downs of life, but rather embrace them as part of the natural ebb and flow of existence. In this way, by letting go of attachments and embracing impermanence, we liberate ourselves from the chains of past karma and step into a state of greater peace and freedom. 8. Seeking guidance and support. In the Buddhist tradition, seeking guidance from wise teachers and spiritual mentors can provide invaluable support on the path of healing from past karma. Their wisdom and compassion offer insights and practices to navigate challenges and cultivate inner transformation. 10. Generosity and merit. Engaging in acts of generosity and accumulating merit through virtuous deeds create positive energy that counteracts negative karma. By dedicating our actions to the well-being of others, we generate positive imprints that contribute to our spiritual growth and liberation. 9. Cultivating wisdom. Ultimately, healing from past karma involves cultivating wisdom, the understanding of the true nature of reality and the causes of suffering. Through the development of insight, we can transcend the limitations of past conditioning and awaken to the inherent freedom and potential within ourselves. To heal from the stuff that happened before, we need to get wise about how things really work. This means understanding what's really going on in the world and why things happen the way they do. It's like seeing behind the scenes of a movie and understanding how all the pieces fit together. As we gain insight into the nature of reality and why we suffer, we start to see things differently. We realize that the way we've been conditioned in the past doesn't have to control us forever. It's like breaking free from an old habit and realizing we have the power to change. By developing this insight, we unlock a door to our own freedom and potential. We see that we're capable of so much more than we ever thought possible. It's like discovering hidden treasure within ourselves and realizing that we have the keys to unlock it. In Buddhist wisdom, the path of healing from past karma is a journey of self-awareness, compassion, and transformation. By applying these principles and practices with sincerity and dedication, we can gradually liberate ourselves from the burdens of the past and move towards greater happiness, peace, and liberation. If you found this journey through the wisdom of healing from past karma insightful and transformative, I encourage you to share this knowledge with others who may benefit from it. Understanding and applying these principles can be a profound experience, capable of bringing peace and positive change to our lives and the lives of those around us. Don't forget to subscribe for more insights and guidance on your path to personal growth and spiritual understanding. By sharing and subscribing, you become part of a community dedicated to healing, learning, and supporting each other in our collective journey towards enlightenment and liberation.